speak Mandarin?
Okay.
Cantonese,
Wow, look at that. Hello, everyone. Fellow Toastmaster members, guests. Thank you for being here today. Well, it looks like we have a full house. The energy is really high. Thank you for being here with us. And I'm the president of the club, and you're here with the San Francisco Mandarin English Toastmaster Club. We'd like to introduce one of the very special guests for tonight, and she is area governor over E4 district area, is that right? Okay, and she oversees 5 different clubs. Her name is Joanna Moore. So let's go ahead and welcome her here. We're also very fortunate to have her acting as our general evaluator of tonight's meeting as well. So thank you for being here. Before we start, we see a couple of new faces in the club today, because I wasn't here last week, so I want to apologize for that. But this is your first time here? Is that
my
correct?
second time. I'm Jennifer. Hello, everybody.
Okay.
Second time, and my first time I think was also your first time.
Oh.
When they were taking the last few charter members.
Oh.
So happy to be back and reconnecting with everyone.
Well, thank you for being here, Jennifer. Thank you. And Ursula. Well, obviously you've been here before, Ursula. Okay. Well,
Hi.
welcome. Well, good to have you back. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. And who else here is the first time here? Go ahead. What's your name?
My name is Kang, and I saw that on the meetup yesterday, so I registered that, so I can.
That's great.
Great.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Anybody is new? Not you. Okay. Well, so with that being said, we prepared a very exciting and fun meeting for you tonight. And we're gonna go ahead and welcome our English and Mandarin Toastmaster. Toastmaster. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, Toastmaster. And then let's have you come up to the stage, please. We'll be Robert and Wendy. So go ahead.
Thank you, everyone, for coming to tonight's meeting. Tonight, it's a very special meeting. They're having our area governor here. We're going to have a lot of speeches to share with you guys.
欢迎大家今天来到今天的中英文双语演讲会。我们今天会有很精彩的演讲。
Okay, so now before we get started with the meeting, we're going to go ahead and make one minor change because our counter is not available tonight because he is going to be running late. So we need to fill up this role right now. Who would like to be the counter?
Elliot said that I want to.
Okay, so Jennifer, right?
Yes.
Jennifer is going to be the counter. Okay, great. So now, Jennifer, would you like to talk about what an counter does?
Actually, I'm not quite sure, but I think from last time, this person listens and then counts the number of ahs or ums. Is that in both English and also the Mandarin? Okay.
Right. Okay, thank you. Okay, and the second person, it seems like we're also missing our grammarian, Michael Leonhardt. He is supposed to be here and also give our word of the day, but unfortunately we don't have a grammarian right now. Would anybody like to fill up that role? If there's nobody, we can go ahead and pass on that role for tonight. Would that be okay with?
Do you want an English word?
I'm sorry. We have. He did actually give me an English word to go for tonight, but I was hoping that he could talk about it. So his word is quintessential.
Missing a T.
T.
What T is? Yeah.
There we go. Quintessential. And I forgot what it meant. Anybody can help you what this word means?
It means all around.
All around.
All around. 4 different emphasize. Quintessential. Like this club is quintessentially talented.
Yeah. That's a good word.
Okay.
中文这个字就是典型、精华的意思，有点像typical。most typically 是代表一种最好的品质、一流的品质这个意思。
Okay. We also have a Mandarin word of the day. So Wendy's going to talk to us about that.
那个绿色的笔会不会好一点？
这个中文的，这是一个中文的成语，那意思就是说，是代表着
你是要念给大家听吗？
这叫胜不骄，败不馁。有人知道这个意思吗？
你再讲一次。
胜不骄，败不馁。
So essentially what this means in English is if you win, you are not over the top of your head. You're not being arrogant. And even if you are defeated, it means you're not going to be giving up. One thing I forgot to talk about is this week's theme is Summer Olympic. So we're trying to find words that are associated with this theme. So one of the things that Wendy came up with is this phrase, 胜不骄，败不馁. So if you are in your speech or during your table topic, you could use this quintessential or this phrase, and that would be great. Okay.
因为我们今天的主题跟奥运会有关，所以跟运动相关，所以这是我想跟大家介绍的一个成语。在中文的意思就是说，如果在比赛当中，如果你赢的话，不要太骄傲；要输的话，也不要放弃，不要灰心，这个意思。
Okay. So one more role we'd like to introduce is the timer. Ursula is going to be our timer. Now, Ursula, do you have that card with you? The 2-minute, 3-minute card?
No.
No, you don't. Let me just see if I have that in the box there. Great.
Oh, nice. So I will, for the speeches, I'll be putting up a green card if it reaches 5 minutes, a yellow card if it reaches 6 minutes, and a red card if it gets to 7 minutes.
Correct.
Table topics, the green is 1 minute, yellow is 1.5 minutes, and red is 2 minutes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Ursula, for that. So without further ado, with our speeches, we're going to introduce our first speech for tonight. This is the first icebreaker speech. So, Wendy.
现在我们要进行第一个演讲。
first speech.
Hello, good evening, everybody. This is my first speech in public in English. Actually, I'm a little bit not confident with my English, so I had to write down what I want to say. I have been told that I had to introduce myself during my first speech. So I will first simply introduce myself and then tell my story of my first impression of San Francisco. My hometown in Zhongshan City, Guangdong Province, China. I was born and raised there. Cantonese is my first language. I attend college in Wuhan, where people speak Mandarin and Wuhan language. So I also fluent in Mandarin and Wuhan language. After I graduated, I became an engineer in a shipyard. Afterward, I became a business manager later. And then, 5 years ago, my family and I immigrated to San Francisco. When I arrived to San Francisco, I settled down near Seward Avenue in San Francisco. The first impression was that it's an ancient city. In the neighborhood, most of houses are about 100 years ago old. Many wooden pools stand on the sidewalk with wild across them. And the streets are not very clean, even a little bit dirty. In the next day, I was still sleepy because of the time change. A relative led me to Chinatown, where I saw people dressed in old fashion. The building looked like a movie scene from several decades ago. As everyone speak Chinese, it also looked like a small town from the Chinese countryside. It seemed like I went back to the past. I asked myself, is this America? Did I go to the right place? At that time, I didn't like this city. But later on, as I reached more places and know more about San Francisco, I gradually changed my opinion. Now, I really like San Francisco because the city has many beautiful places, buildings, a diverse of people and cultures, and a good climate. Drawing and painting are one of my favorite hobbies. I joined a group called SF Sketcher. They are a group of artists specialized in drawing San Francisco's landscape. Every weekend, we go to a random spot in the city and draw pictures of the scenes. I'm going to use my pen and brush to draw all of San Francisco's beautiful scenes. Okay, thank you very much.
get the same impression from Vincent that San Francisco is that old. I actually like the city quite a lot. There's a lot of Chinese people. Very dynamic. It's a very good city. All right, so now we're going to be welcoming our second speaker, the first Mandarin speech for tonight. It's going to be Regina. She's going to give her speech for the topic is called 传销跟那个直销。
现在我们来介绍第二位演讲者 Regina Lee。
首先，作为一个自强不息的人，我们都要有胜不骄、败不馁的精神。今天晚上，我想跟大家讲一下传销与直销的不同。请问在座有没有人曾经接触过传销和直销这个东西？你们可以轻易的分辨出它们的不同吗？
直销是你直接卖东西给别人，帮你更开心哦，更希望你帮我。
直销跟传销完全是两回事。直销刚刚开始的时候，他们是为了解决制造商他们商品推广的这个难题。由于第二次世界大战以后，经济的不景气，再加上当时的企业信用跟个人信用不是那么的健全，所以一些推销商他们为了解决那个制造商商品推广这个难题，他们发现在家庭的聚会中有一个现象。这个现象就是说，在家庭的聚会中，通常妇女们她们在聊天的时候，都会不约而同跟对方推荐一些产品，他们自己用过的一些产品。他们就是利用他们之间的亲属关系、人际关系，还有他们人员之间的那个信用的关系，所以把商品推荐给对方。而这个方法当时是非常的有效，而它的可信性也很强，所以那个效果很好，从而直销就是这样诞生的。在传统的销售里面，当商品要进入市场的时候，制造商他们必须要跟批发商和零售商分配他们的利润，再加上他们需要给大量的广告费。而在直销之中，商品是直接从制造商到消费者的身上，同时消费者也是一个推销人员，所以对于企业来说，他们的利润赚得更加多，再加上他们可以省下很大的一个广告费用。对于推销人员来说，他们是独立于这个企业以外，所以他们比起自己做生意，要减小很多管理上面繁琐的事情，再加上他们可以减少很大的成本，所以当时直销是非常的畅行。而就在1950年初，有一个叫做 William Park 的美国人，他从中看出了一些门窍。他从直销这个基础上，发明了一套快速招财的新招，这就是传销。在直销之中，消费者同时也是一个推销人员，而直销之中，他们是以推销产品为目的，而传销他们是专门把那个消费者变成一个专业的销售人员，不断的发展下线，还收取高额的入门费。最后，他们甚至是不卖产品，他们只是着重于发展人头。他们所推荐给你们的是一个发财机会。在美国，传销有一个名称叫做金字塔销售， 在日本称之为无限连锁，英国称之为承亚式销售，而在台湾有一个很好的形容词，叫做老鼠会。对，因为他们的目的是以骗取钱财为目的，所以在很多国家都是严厉的禁止，还受到严厉的打击。由于直销跟传销有一定的渊源，所以很多传销他们都是打着直销做一个旗号，用直销为名，其实是做传销之实，是真正的挂羊头卖狗肉。由于他们要避免政府的那个打击，所以他们不断的换很多种形式在社会上流传着。到现在目前为止，他们不单单只是人对人这样子一个交易，甚至还在网络上面畅行。所以最后我想跟大家提一下，就是说，不论你们将来是否接触到这个事情，或者你身边的人接触到这样的一个事情的时候，请你们小心选择，不要成为被欺骗的人，更加不要去成为一个帮凶。我手头上有一份名单，是一些所有有信用的一些直销商的名单。如果你们任何一个人有兴趣的话，都可以跟我联系，我都可以给一个 copy 你们。谢谢。
这是一个还蛮有趣的主题。那我自己是没有接触过传销跟行销这种东西那我觉得如果不太懂这种体系的消费者，还是不要去接触会比较好，免得被骗了，也都是有可能的。
Yes, we don't want to be schemed into joining a Ponzi scheme because there are quite a lot of Ponzi schemes out there. They try to get you to sell stuff, but really, just going to take your money away. Like I remember there's one called 4x4 back when I was in high school that this person wants me to join. Really, it's just a Ponzi scheme of getting people to sell stuff online, but you really don't sell anything. Anyhow, so with that being said, we're going to welcome our final speaker for tonight. She is going to give a speech on why parenting is so important.
接下来我们介绍第3位，也是我们今天最后一位的演讲者。他今天要讲的是主题是为什么孩子教育是父母最重要的工作。
Welcome, Kathy.
大家好，今天晚上我演讲的主题是为什么孩子教育是父母最重要的工作。总统奥巴马曾经说，他参选总统是因为他想教育他的女儿，只要他们有恒心和努力，什么事情都可以做到。我们做工作通常都看两个部分，第一是付出，还有第一是那个待遇。做父母的付出有很多是没有停下来的，没天没小时，没有假期。当你累透了还有工作，我记得每天晚上我一到家门就累透了，一开家门就想带着躺在那个沙发上躺一下，可是一看到那个门，我的小女儿就带着那个很好的笑容跑过来，跟我说：“妈妈，我要抱抱。”虽然我很累，可是我不能跟她说停一停，给我10分钟。我的工作时间还没开始，不可能抱。所以，做父母的付出是很多，还有那的付出是但是工作你还有职责，不停的学 教育女孩的方法跟男孩的不一样，是因为女孩的情绪比较细心，你要注意了他们的情绪，跟他们说的方法跟男孩子的不一样，所以我要看但是教育女孩子的数字去怎么知道从他们的1岁教到那个18岁的时候怎么走。那你们说为什么我不想做父母的工作呢？那么多的付出，没有薪水。那我们最清楚那个第一部分的那是待遇。你会得到什么待遇？没有薪水，没有假期。我可以告诉你，你所得到的待遇是很多的快乐，我很有很多成就感。什么是成就感呢？我还记得3个月前，我想教我的小女儿什么是金钱买东西的概念，我就教她你要出哈那个零钱，取下来可以买你喜欢的东西。那有一天我跟她说，我带她去那个农贸市场去买菜还水果，她就很开心，跑到她的蜘蛛钱包拿了一袋的零钱，放到她的钱包还有那个公主的手提包，带去压上了去。一到了农贸市场，他看到那个爆米花的摊位就停下来。我看看他为什么他停下来，然后他走进那个摊位，拿好他的小提包，把他的钱包拿出来，把一个个的零钱拿出来放在台上。他把所有的零钱都拿出来了，买了一包小小的爆米花。那时候我看到他的笑容，就是这个笑容，很有自信。那时候我知道我的努力没有浪费，我觉得很有成就感，还有快乐。什么是快乐呢？就是每天晚上，当我跟他讲故事之后，说晚安，他都会抱抱我，亲我的脸一下，说妈妈我爱你，那就是我的快乐。可是我不是要待在家里什么工作都不要做只教育你的小孩，那是不可能的。可是我想说，听大家知道，你的时间跟努力是没有浪费的。你要好好教育你的小孩，因为你对他们的教育是很重要的影响，对他们的一辈子，不是1天、5年跟10年的影响，是一辈子的。我还想教我的女儿，心不就败不累的讯息。谢谢。
我自己还没有为人父母，那我觉得养育小孩其实是一个很身负重任，并没有想象的这么容易。那刚刚听到他讲的故事，我也很感同身受。我觉得那种从小孩身上感到快乐那种回报，只有自己当别人父母才能感受得到。
Right, parenting is a very difficult job. It's a job that's going to serve for a life, not like 30 years when you want to retire. You probably can't retire because you still have to look for your kid. So with that reason, that's why I'm not having kids. All right, without further ado, we're in the table topic session. And tonight's table topic is going to be given by Marshka for the English table topic.
那接下来我们要即兴演讲的演讲者是 Marshka， 你欢迎
Hi everyone. So as our theme is the Olympics today, all of my questions are going to be based on that topic. My first question is, do you think that the Olympics should come to San Francisco? If you do, Should it be summer or winter? And if you don't, please feel free to say why. Anyone have any thoughts about that?
I think we should bring the Olympics to San Francisco, definitely. That would be good for tourism, good for local businesses, and it would brighten up the whole place. And I think it's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
Thank you. My second question, now, even though the Olympics are a quintessentially peaceful international event, there are issues that come up because well, you have all these countries coming together representing their country basically, and conflicts come up. And one example of this is when North Korea was supposed to play soccer against Colombia, I believe. The organizers of the soccer game accidentally showed the South Korean flag, and the North Koreans were extremely angry about this and refused to play for an hour, and then finally they got on with it. So my question to you is, do you think flags are important? I mean, if you were competing in an event and someone showed, and the organizers displayed the wrong flag for you, how would you feel? How would you react? And would it depend on this flag or that flag? Thoughts? Can I pick up? Thank you.
If I was competing in the Olympics and the organizers displayed the wrong flag, I guess it would depend on what flag they displayed. You know, I'm an American, but I was born in Ghana. So if they displayed the Ghanaian flag, I might be kind of happy about it. You know, this is my birthplace. You know, I can perform for Ghana. Although most Ghanaians wouldn't understand, and they might be upset. So there's a, but you know, if I was wearing the flag of my country on my uniform, you know, I could just say, "This is mine." You know, that's the wrong one. Another more relevant, or how do I say? Nowadays, when Taiwanese athletes compete, they are not allowed to wear the Taiwanese flag, or they're not allowed to display the Taiwanese flag because of the political disagreements between mainland China and Taiwan. So there are people experiencing this every day right now. But they can still wear the flag on their uniform, and I think they still take a lot of pride in competing for their country, representing their country. Thanks.
Thank you, Michael. My last question for tonight is about what the Olympics represents, or what kind of image you project when you join an Olympic team. Something happened, I think just before the Olympics started. There was a track and field athlete from Greece who wrote a tweet that was considered racist against Africans in her country. And as a result, the Greek Olympic Committee expelled her from the team. Some people called this an overreaction, that it was harmless, it was a stupid thing to do, it was a bad joke, but it shouldn't prevent her from competing because she had spent so much time and energy and to train for this. On the other hand, people said no, that's very justified because that was wrong, that was a terrible thing to do. What do you think about this?
Hi, I'm Sylvia. I think that it maybe was wrong for her to say something racist, but she was tweeting, and I feel like this subject is a little, it's like I'm on the fence about this because I've heard heard that employers have also they've fired employees for saying certain things on Facebook. I don't think those things should be related or that closely. I don't think she should have gotten kicked off the team just for maybe saying something inappropriate on the interweb.
Thank you, Marshka, for giving our English table topic session. Now we're going to have our Mandarin table topic session.
那接下来我们欢迎中文即兴演讲者
Philip Chow.
第一，我想问，谁说中文？要是你可以说中文，归你的手。OK， 好。我的传播的话题都是这个乌林会有关系的，所以我第一个问题呢是哪一个比赛是你最喜欢？也告诉我们为什么你最喜欢这个比赛。所以我想一个人后边一直来看。
我最喜欢那个游泳我喜欢看游泳无论是男子游泳还是女子游泳其实我本人也喜欢游泳，所以说我特别喜欢看那个游泳比赛进行的各种这种项目在这次奥林匹克我看到了就是美国队的菲律宾还有那个中国队的一些比赛在游泳方面的我感觉非常非常好这次总之我非常喜欢的游泳比赛。
我第二的问题是想问你们，这个乌林会4年一次，现在你觉得这个是好还是不好？你觉得4年是太长，还是应该2年一次，每年一次？你有什么看法？所以我找一个人你可以说国语吗？好，Lisa 会吗？你可以说广东话。
来来，上台。
而家奧運會係4年一次啦，咁其實 total 已經有應該係308個獎項會 launch， 會會成中文講，會發生。咁4年嚟講，其實係俾啲運動員一個時間去練習，做呢個比賽。咁如果譬如其實佢哋用咗好多時間，譬如你大家可以睇到男子組或者女子組嗰啲體操，佢哋去打一個關鬥或者去轉身再唔知前翻再後翻，跟住再跳嗰啲，其實係我諗好多人都做唔到，我都做唔到，大我好想做啦。咁樣次次我都睇完之後就好激動，因為咧，哇，真係好似武功咁樣。咁但係其實4年嚟講，對佢哋嚟講，佢哋係每一個好小嘅動作，一路咁不斷咁練習。譬如話好似 Michael Phelps 講，佢話佢